Oh, God. Don't worry about that. That's old. But the reason I got that highlighted is so that, folks know what's going down. This is what I'd rather be talking about. I'd rather be talking about a freaking movie from back in the day. So I'm having to relive it. Look how old this movie is. 1994. Good God. I'm sitting here going to school with people talking about the evil 1%ers, and I'm like, man, we're in Southern California. You drove all the 1%ers out. You won. All you got your government handouts. And look at it. Everybody's poor. Everybody's living on unemployment checks and just nonsense. I'm sitting here shutting down their arguments in real life, and I'm digging that. So I take a break from the internet because I expect the folks not to be making stupid decisions. I actually wanted to take some time out to talk about this right here. Atheists buying billboards to protest Christmas of all damn things, and that was way back in 2012. And I was going to make a nice little video about how sometimes people that you respect or people that are supposed to be smarter than usual do some incredibly stupid things. Like instead of competing, like what's it, helping out with the homeless, helping out with providing food and shelter and education and medicine to those that are disadvantaged. Instead of doing that, these people buy a billboard. Bravo, bravo. And I wanted to be talking about nonsense like that because 2012, that was the last time I heard the wonderful little argument about, oh, the evil 1%ers. You know what I mean? But anyway, Anyway, I leave the internet for a few weeks. I only show up on the weekends, and I'm expecting everybody to be making informed decisions to be doing that. And then we get, what's his name? This guy, I kind of expecting them to be doing that, regardless of whatever. Yeah, the amazing atheist supporting Bernie Sanders. I expect that to be happening. But Sargon? Yeah, let's click onto that real quick, just to give everybody a brief idea. There we go. This is what it looks like for the time being. Let everything load up. There you go. Let's hit the pause right there. Sargon of Akkad. Trump or Sanders. This video. What the hell? Anyway, let's move on. What else we got here? Okay, now Sargon, this is a regular on Sargon's channel. This is V right here. Let's check this out real quick. I still have to pimp out this video. I'm like, Jesus, this video is weeks old and I still have to pimp this out. This is V, and he's from Romania. He's in med school, by the way. Former law student, I think, if I kept my notes straight and correct. But anyway, this is V. He's a regular on Sargon of Akkad's show. So, they do a little bit of conversing right here. V and I, we don't get along on one topic. We don't always agree, particularly with the gun control nonsense. He lives a completely different world, being in Romania, where they have different expectations of their government. On the other hand, he does know why socialism sucks. He's had to live with it. He's had, he's had family that lived and died under socialism, and he can tell you how bad that shit is. So he can provide another portion of the argument. He can provide the other half of the argument that maybe folks aren't hearing. I honestly don't know. Here's another gentleman. There we go, Bernard Chapin. He's kind of disgusted with Sargon. Matter of fact, he even unsubscribed Sargon of Akkad. And, I don't freaking blame him. You know what I mean? Because it's like, what the heck did he just do? And he made a video about that recently, and I don't know why I can't find it right now. That's kind of strange. Yeah, oh yeah. Here's a movie. I was gonna be fussing about this because a movie like this would have been interesting 20 years ago or 30 years ago, back when PCU came out. You know what I'm saying? Because we had this movie is very true to life. We have people protesting stuff that just didn't matter, like, oh, don't eat meat and bullshit like that. You know what I mean? Nowadays we got the internet, so we don't really, a movie like this made today doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Yeah. But anyway, my weekend, oh my god, my weekend is just shot right now. So I don't know how to get a hold of this problem. I'm like, Jesus. Maybe Mr. Medicare or something can talk with Sargon about that. I don't know. Or IA, you know what I mean? Internet aristocrat. I mean, seriously, I bailed out on freaking Twitter to stay out of the loop on shit because, you know, I'm too busy talking with people in real life, because I'm kind of sort of going through stuff that you might find in this show right here, only it's a heck of a lot more interesting because, you know, I'm a little bit older than I was in my 20s, and I get to actually tell them how the free market works. You know what I mean? Compared to a bunch of kids, shit, some of them are grown, some of them are my age, and they're still in school for whatever reason. I don't know what the hell the reason is. Me, I went back. At least I had a decent career of 11 years, but I mean, I'm just, I don't know, like Bernard Chapin here, I'm like, do I have to unsubscribe Sargon? I mean, shouldn't really matter. You know, the dude's from a different country, so he's, you know, it's not like he's going to be voting for the U.S. any damn time soon, but I'm just in shock and dismay at this point in time. I'm like, what the hell? You know, this makes no sense to me. This is just the weirdest damn thing I've ever seen in my life. Anyway, I'm not gonna be repeating myself again and again and again. I was hoping to do something a little more interesting, a little more fun. You know, like food for thought. You know, like maybe encouraging atheists to step up to the plate on competing with the Christians over taking care of the homeless, or, you know, the disenfranchised. You know, I mean, just folks that, you know what I mean? Rather than buying billboards or whatever, the next time they feel like doing something a little silly. You know what I'm saying? I thought about doing an episode like that, or I thought about doing an episode about, yeah, my current conversations in college right now. But no, instead I'm sitting here, I'm head over this side with a baseball bat or sledgehammer or whatever over Sargon's video right here. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, seriously. This is some weird ass shit right here. And then I'm seeing other videos of some other guys that I watch, and they're like, oh, I got unsub Sargon, I can't support that shit. And I'm like, oh my god, really? Really? Anyway, this has been an interesting week in news, so it looks like we're gonna give it a couple weeks and see how that goes. I don't know. I hope Sargon figures his stuff out. I really do. But honestly, it's wow. Let me see, versus the likes and dislikes right here. You got 3 grand, 4 grand. Ooh, that's kind of a 50-50 split there. Yeah. Not so much. The majority are still favoriting it, but I think we probably know why. 156,000 views already. How long ago was this put up here? March 1st. That was a few days. Ooh. Not good. Alright, anyway, before I just eat up too much time with just being confused in front of the camera, or behind it rather, I'm going to get back to my entertainment stuff. Sargon, you should know better, man. Don't... for the love of... I'll catch y'all later. This is the Fox Gibson. Peace out. Jesus.